Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to go ahead and start with Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I'm going to individually break them down, and actually let me get a pen so that I can actually write down and do the timestamps for everybody. And just try and keep it in one video. So I feel like across the board for all water signs right now, I'm actually feeling a presence of excitement, anticipation, anxiety as well. Could be having to make a decision about somebody. Could be hoping to reconcile with somebody. Traveling. I hear traveling. Give me 1 second here. There we go. Alright, so I think I want to start with Cancer. You guys are in a decision process right now. I actually don't want to start with these cards. I actually want to start with these cards. You guys are in a decision-making energy. You guys could be in the process of going within. I feel like some of you guys have begun to recognize how people mirror things back at you, or how relationships mirror things back at you. It's like an evolution process where I feel like you could be dealing with someone who triggers certain insecurities that you have that maybe you didn't want to acknowledge, or maybe we're just under the surface of acknowledgement. Because in order to align with what's truly destined for you, of course we have, karmics and all kinds of people who come into our lives who trigger effects and causes and changes within us. So I feel like you're in a process right now of going through something like that with a person who you could be dealing with. So my cards are not quite ready yet. Sign of Cancer. There's something that you guys aren't listening to. Some type of message. It's like I'm seeing somebody getting the same type of message from multiple different things. Like, it's like they see a billboard with this message on it, and then they hear a commercial and it says the same thing, and then somebody else says something and it's the same exact thing, and they're like, wow, this is really coincidental that I keep hearing this message, but they're not taking note of it and apply. There's a disconnect with the message where you're getting hit over the head with it, but I don't know if you're recognizing that it's for you or if you're mistaking that it's for somebody else. But it's definitely for you. And that's for my Cancers. So right off the bat, we have the 7 of Water and the 9 of Fire. Sorry. A complex decision, like I said, I really feel that strong presence of decision making, the need to do research and stop procrastinating. And then we have the 9 of Fire, don't give up, protect what you've created, have courage, and believe in yourself. So you're a little defensive about this decision that you have to make, a little guarded, a little protected. Something's kind of stressing you out. Really stressing you out. Let's get one more. That's like 18 cards. Sorry. Okay. Wow, and then we have Renewal. Sorry, I have like my dog sheds so much, so I'm so sorry if you guys can pick up on that. It is a job and a half to get all of the dust off of this. And dog hair. Especially because I vacuum like every other day. It's crazy. Anyway, so there's something that you're guarded about, and it might have to do with a judgment call with somebody. It's like you're being asked, you're kind of at like a crossroads right now. There could be multiple different opportunities that are being presented to you right now. You could have a lot of different options. You could have a lot of different things that are coming your way. I do feel like there's something in the distance that is catching your attention, but it's not quite here yet, but you might get the sense that it's coming. I feel like you're also navigating, like I'm seeing like somebody navigating like tests, like where they're like, okay, it's like, okay, did I pass this test? Did I pass that test? Did I pass this test? And it's like each new situation is like a new test, and it's like you're excelling very quickly through it, because you're like, okay, I can recognize this, I can recognize that, I can walk away from this. It's like all these lessons that you've learned that you're actually starting to apply. So it's like a series of tests, or like a series of like circumstances and opportunities for you to test your own growth. I'm also getting the feeling here with the Nine of Fire that so you've been through a lot. You've gone through a lot. You've been through a lot. Kind of stressed out. You're exhausted. You're tired, but you're still willing to fight for what you believe in. Your spirit animal is really prominent around you. You're willing to fight, like even though you're at the Nine of Fire, something so stressful, it's like there is a need to release, but it's also an energy of not giving up and like to keep persevering, to keep pushing through, because there could be like this feeling of like, am I ever going to get to the end, or am I ever going to get to my 10 of Cups, or am I ever going to get to my 10 of Pentacles, am I ever going to get to my true ultimate happiness? But there's a need for you to keep being resilient, because it's coming. Like you have to align with what's meant for you, and sometimes we have to go through a series of really uncomfortable tests and a lot of uncomfortable situations, and have to, you know, battle people with boundaries and all kinds of stuff, right? So we have renewal. Review and evaluate a favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. So something could be illuminated to you. You could be traveling to see somebody. You could take time off to go and see somebody. Could be dealing with someone who has a child. If not, you see a future with whoever it is that you're dealing with. Like you see a future with this person. You see stability, a happy home life. Like you see all of the potential. But there's also a need for you to move in a new direction. So I'm going to start pulling other cards here to clarify. Tell me more about Cancer. I feel like you're just making a judgment call on somebody. It's like you're at a situation where a cup's being presented to you, where you're dealing with a soulmate union or soulmate connection, soulmate relationship, friendship, partnership, business partnership, whatever the case may be. You're being presented with a situation where you're like, I don't know. So you're kind of like making a judgment call on it, where it's like you might have to balance something out. You might have to choose to work together with somebody. It could be a little bit of compromising. Somebody could also be reflecting a lot of your own inner work back at you, because they're sending through like a series of like triggers where it's like, yeah, I'm really defensive because blah, 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 blah. But it's like, hold on, wait a minute. Like, I shouldn't be defensive about that stuff. Like, you're acknowledging, like, oh, wait a minute. Like this person hasn't done anything to me, but I'm still holding on to the past. Like, we have the Tower with the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, you could be giving the Tower to somebody, or you could have already gone through the Tower with somebody. It's like so many things come at you at once, and there's a decision to walk away from something, or something's coming back out of the cold. This is like a total decision of like a shakeup of foundation. So like everything that you've been experiencing, all the confusion, it's like everything coming at you at once is its own type of tower, because you're like, whoa, I didn't know all of these people were interested in me, or I didn't know that I had to work through all of this with all of these people. Yeah, wow, with the Seven of Cups here, yeah, there's a lot of confusion that I feel here. So you have 2 Seven of Cups that came out, right? There's a decision that needs to be made. Somebody walked away from a situation because they have to make a decision, but they're still defensive over it. And it's like they're confused, but like the confusion's making them defensive. Hangman. So somebody needs to change their perspective on a situation when it comes to this renewal card. Yeah, because there's something that... This is a positive tower. I feel like it might not feel very positive right now, but it is. Because you're getting the opportunity and the energy to manifest something new. King of Cups. It's like you have a lot of emotion for somebody, but somebody's also very defensive. Could be you or the person that you're dealing with who's defensive. And somebody also feels like somebody else has a lot of options. It's like you guys are mirroring the same energy back to each other. Somebody's not very good at communicating how they feel, but there's also a need for someone to change their perspective or to get, I almost just heard get a grip. Like somebody needs to get a grip. I'm not sure what that means. Something's very slow moving energy, but very stable. Piscean energy very strongly. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. King of Swords, Air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's like somebody's trying to be very controlling of a situation, very military, very like a regiment. Somebody's trying to address something with somebody who doesn't want to acknowledge how they feel because they're not quite ready yet. So you could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or you could be dealing with a water sign who's in air energy and they need to change their perspective because their approach to something is so logical that it's causing someone to be a little bit defensive. Both of you have options. Somebody walked away from a situation to manifest, to think about it. Somebody has a lot of emotion, but they're not ready to like talk about it. And this King of Swords is just like, are you going to tell me? Are you going to tell me? Are you going to tell me? Like there's something very, I don't want to say demanding about the King of Swords, but it's a very like, put it out on the table type of energy. Like put it out on the table right now. And then this King of Cups is like, I don't really know how I feel. I don't really know. I'm not really paying attention to it. I've just been kind of vibing. Like there's this is really confusing. I'm actually kind of frustrated. Yeah, I'm actually kind of frustrated because I'm like, I don't understand what this is. It's like somebody had the opportunity to manifest something, and it's like, which one are you going to pick? Because there could be so many different things coming at you that you're like, I don't know what to do. Or there's a confusion on like, do I walk back? Do I not walk back? Do I give the tower? Do I not give the tower? Or maybe you're receiving the tower, which then gives you the energy to manifest something new. But there's something tricky about this. You have the Nine of Cups, so something is a wish fulfillment. But someone has to choose to walk towards it. And it's like someone has to like almost navigate the oceans in order to find this. It's like there's a gem, there's a diamond in the rut type of situation where it's like somebody's got to navigate through a couple different things in order to find this. It's like a treasure buried at the bottom of the sea. I really hope people understand I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. It's like somebody's got to navigate through some things in order to find the right treasure. And it's a tower moment in itself because you're like, I don't know what to effing do. And then we have the Six of Cups. So there's something coming back from the past. It's a wish fulfillment. And this King of Swords is very like antsy. Like very like I'm waiting for it. But like something hasn't come around. Like somebody's taking their time. Because they know that somebody's defensive. They're taking the time because they know somebody's defensive, and they know that somebody needs to just change their perspective on a situation, or look at things differently, or like control their thoughts. Yeah, see the Four of Wands. So you got the Nine of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the Four of Wands. Like somebody wants to build something stable and wants to have like that wish fulfillment, that happy home life, that contentment, that foundation. They want to build that foundation. Could be somebody from the past. There's an energy here that's an air energy. It doesn't have to be an air sign. Because I feel like whoever this person is has very strong water placement, but they're very stubborn in their point of view. And I don't know what that means, but there's a need to renew this, to look at things differently and to move towards something new. So it's like a new perspective that this person needs to get to. And that could be you, or it could be the person that you're dealing with. But we have a King of Cups energy and a King of Swords. So both people, I feel, in very prominent masculine energy, which also can play into that defensive energy where it's like, you know, kind of like alpha, like, I don't know how to describe that. Best advice. Your best advice is the Ten of Wands. So release whatever is stressing you out. Wow! You have the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords was at the bottom of the deck. So you have 10-10. So this is an opportunity. This is like the ending of something to begin something new. This is a type of like portal of like energy where it's like, are you going to choose to use this energy to your advantage, or are you going to let this energy keep you stuck? You have to work with the energy here. Look into like 10-10. You have, wow, see, you have 10-10 and then you have 20. So 10-10, 20. 2 is balancing. You have 2 7s, 77. 2 9s. See what I'm saying? Anyway. Alright, let's move on to Pisces at, we'll say, 16:55 for the time. Alright, so Pisces. Anxiety, right off the bat. Anxiety, but not bad anxiety, exciting anxiety of like being like, I'm excited to see this person. I'm excited to do this. I'm excited to try this new job. There's some type of passion, but I also feel restraint. I feel a dreamy-like energy. Somebody likes iced coffee. I don't know why, but I just heard caramel macchiato. I like hear somebody ordering at Starbucks. It's really crazy. Or like whatever coffee shop. But the only reason why I say Starbucks is because I hear like grande, venti, like I hear that. So we have the Magician card. You are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. So yeah, see, this ties into that exciting energy that I felt with the Magician here. It's the 1. This is the beginning, like the Fool card kind of. Well, actually, no. No. Scratch that. I'm wrong. I will admit I'm wrong. I'm wrong. It's not the Fool card. Obviously the Magician. But you could be taking a leap of faith. Like, there's a reason why I said the Fool card, because it's a leap of faith into something new. You feel that surge of energy where you're like, wow, I'm ready to nurture this. I'm ready to feed this. I'm ready to cultivate this. We have the 7 of Earth, so seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. So you could have manifested something, or you're in the process of manifesting something, and you're kind of worried. You're like, I don't know if this is going to work out. I don't know if this is the right thing. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. Am I giving them enough space? That's also what I just heard. Am I giving them enough space? Am I not giving them enough space? You're like, is it finally, I'm just hearing like, is it finally time? We have the Knight of Water, emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, and contemplative, falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, an invitation to a social event. And then I'm actually going to take this card because it came out with it, but justice. So fair and just decisions, do what you know is right, and standing up for your beliefs. So I'm going to put that with the Knight of Water. You have strength at the bottom of the deck, and you actually have 111 on the board. So you've been putting time into manifesting something. You've been dreaming about something. You have a lot of emotion towards something. There's some type of resurgence, excitement, anticipation, anxiety. Like, it's like your feelings are so intense that it gives you anxiety. And there's somebody here who needs to make some type of I actually feel like this justice card might be attached to the person that you're dealing with. I don't know if it's necessarily you or not. I feel like this could be with the person who you're dealing with. Wow, that's a terrible glare. And I actually just broke the deck at 10-10, and it was the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Swords. That's better. Could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, specifically somebody with a strong Aries placement. I just see a river. You guys have been spending a lot of time outside, and if you're not, you should. There's a message in nature for you. I just heard someone got their wings. Somebody's been communicating with like land spirits. Like when they're outside, like they're actually communicating to the spirits of the trees. They're actually communicating with fairies. They're actually communicating, like they're picking up on the wavelengths. Like the wavelengths, the energetic dimensions, they're dimensional. Somebody's strategically moving towards something, taking a new opportunity. See, I told you I felt that Fool card. It was the first card out here, the Fool, right over the Magician, with the 7 of Pentacles. So somebody is strategically looking at a situation and trying to figure out what's my next step. They want to take a leap of faith. They want to go after something. But they're like, how do I do it? We have Temperance, so there is some type of healing that's taking place. I feel like this also talks about patience, too. Somebody, yeah, that would make sense with the 7 of Earth card. There's some type of patience that's required with whatever connection you're in right now, or whoever you're connecting with. Because it's like they have to make a decision. You have to be patient. There's some type of past history. There's some type of connection, correlation, relationship. Like something's connected between the two of you in the past. And so that's why it says like seeds well planted. Like I feel like you guys have already established something. And so you have to be patient. But there's some type of anxiety and fear over this connection coming back together. Or working out even. So we have the Page of Swords, so somebody could be thinking about communicating, or they're writing a lot about what they want to communicate, or they're writing and communicating their feelings. Even though there's not any cup energy right here, it's like they're planning something. This could be planning. Somebody's planning to even travel to come see somebody. They're planning to take a new adventure. They're planning to make their move. I heard. We have the Hangman after the Page of Swords. So somebody has to look at something from a new angle. Someone's also looking at things with their third eye, and that's why they're mastering this patience. I just heard mastering patience. And then we have the 8 of Cups. So somebody, you or the person that you're dealing with, either somebody has to walk away from what no longer serves them, or you have a fear that somebody's going to walk away from the connection. Could be dealing with an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have the Star card here. This talks to me about healing. But I also feel like you could be thinking about communicating with an Aquarius. And this is somebody who you feel like you have a very deep connection with. It's like you feel like this person might be your other half. You see yourself in this person, vice versa. And then we have the Hermit card. So somebody's doing some soul searching. They're doing some self-reflection. And the Magician's actually at the top of the deck here, so that's coming right at you with wrapping it up with the Magician and with the first card being the Magician. There's something that's already taking place. Like, I feel like it's already happening. It's already in the process of happening. It's been in the process of happening. It's like somebody is in a cycle right now and they have to get themselves out of it, but there's also fear, possibly on your end, Pisces, about this connection, because you're like, I don't know if this person's going to walk away or not. Or have they walked away? Are they with anybody else? Like, there's some type of anxiety. And somebody's doing some soul searching, and it's like either you've done soul searching or this Aquarius has done soul searching. Because the Star card next to the Hermit, that's very spiritual to me. And it's like someone had to be illuminated to something. Something had to be revealed. You could be dealing with somebody who's extremely spiritual. I mean, extremely spiritual. I feel like this person would know if anything was coming to them. It's like they would already, like, see it or feel it. Like, this person's, like, hypersensitive. Could be some dreamlike energy, too. You could be having dreams about this person. But there's a need to be very strategic in what you do. But there is a lot of anxiety over your feelings. I don't know if you've revealed your feelings or not, but I feel like this person already knows. It's like they already know. You could have harsh judgments towards yourself. There's also a need for you to have forgiveness and compassion. Yeah, there's anxiety because something's not moving forward quite yet. It's in like a standstill period, the Seven of Earth with the Hangman. Something's at a standstill right now while something's being healed. You could be dealing with the Earth energy too, very strong Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, where you could have watched somebody walk away from a situation and now they're in hermit mode and you're like trying to just keep your space, keep your boundaries. But like, I also feel like there's this underlying hope with this Knight of Water where you're like, it's like the want to reach out to somebody, but there's anxiety because you're like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if they feel the same way. Could be an earth sign that you're dealing with who lives at a distance from you. You're like, I don't know. But this person's soul searching right now. So, best advice. Wow. Could have a Tower moment coming up. Page of Wands. So that's having a fresh new energy because something was wrapped up or something hasn't quite wrapped up just yet. But this talks to me about being patient, but also having a childlike view and innocence, like having that fiery passion for life, like just feeling innocent and just kind of like, it's like this Page of Wands is like ready to go, you know what I mean? Like they have their information with them. Sorry, there's such a glare. It's like they're sitting on the swing, they're waiting to go, their feet aren't on the ground. It's like they're waiting, they're watching, but they're patient. They're just like chilling, you know? And I feel like you're watching something take place, you're watching something unfold, and you're just kind of like sitting in your little tree swing, and you're like, okay. Yeah, somebody's going through a period of time of heartbreak right now. But it's like you're waiting. It's like you have something that you want to say with this Page of Swords, with the Page of Wands. It's like whatever... Here, hold on, let me see if I can get this to... With this Page of Swords here, it's like they're writing something, and then you have the Page of Wands who has it in a scroll. So it's like you're waiting to deliver something, or someone is waiting to deliver some type of message that they've been writing, they've been communicating. So let me get one more card for advice. Six of Pentacles. So it's like time. This really talks to me about being patient. So I feel like you have to be patient for another person to go through their healing process. Because at the bottom of the deck here, you have the Ace of Pentacles. So there's some type of stable opportunity that's going to be presented to you. But it's like they're asking you to just kind of like hang tight. Like I just heard like hang tight. Not really sure what that means. But like hang tight. Because somebody's going through a very intense healing process right now. So, all right. Let's go to Scorpio. We'll do 3006 for Scorpio. The time. Not doing bad for only a 30-minute thing here. Okay. Scorpio. Ooh, you guys. Ooh, girls. Both of you. Ooh. I feel dark. Heavy. I left the Justice card up. It's interesting. Might be dealing with Libra. Ooh, Scorpio. I feel like somebody got the bad side of you. Somebody got that scorpionic energy. Somebody got the stinger for sure. Or they're about to. Oh no, I just heard if you're a Scorpio and somebody's kind of like hurt your feelings, like I don't know your life and stuff, so like I don't want to say like don't do this or don't do that, but like I just heard like humiliation, so please don't humiliate anybody, like you know what I mean, like that's like don't do that, please don't do that. And I hope that nobody does that to you. I hope that's not even a thought. I don't like that energy. But it's like an eye for an eye type of energy. I don't know what that means. I don't like that. Hold on, you guys. I'm like, something is just like, wow. I don't know what you guys are in right now. Clear that out. Somebody is very reluctant. I mean, just very bullheaded. I just heard bullheaded. So we have renewal. So review and evaluate a favorable assessment of the facts and a time to move in a new direction. So I feel like this is a judgment call. We have the Three of Fire, abundance, things looking very good, having patience at this time, and making long-term plans. So this talks to me about, also the Three of Fire talks to me about, there's a new contract coming in for you. Wow, look at that, the Justice card wanted to stay out. Fell right back out. Fair and just decisions, do what you know is right, and standing up for your beliefs. Ace of Fire at the bottom of the deck, so an exciting new opportunity, career advancement, and change your life now, is what it says, change your life now. So I feel like you're going through a time frame where you're like, you have to make a decision about somebody who you could be dealing with. And it's like there's something on the horizon that's coming up for you. And again, with this patience being emphasized, it's like I feel a reluctancy to have patience, but then I also feel a willingness to have patience. So somebody has to stand up for themselves. It's like somebody is going through a process right now where they're trying to figure out if they want to it's like there's some, hold on, I am like, oh, I am being taken to a whole new level right now, hold on. Somebody could have just gotten out of a relationship or a partnership, and because it's time for them to move forward, there's something else waiting for them. Unfortunately, I hate to deliver that type of like message, but somebody had to make a choice to walk away from a relationship or a partnership because it wasn't serving their higher good. It was like they had to come together for a time period, but now it's time for this person to move forward, and something's going to be presented to this person where they're going to have to balance that out. They're going to have to karmically balance those scales. And they're going to have to make a decision to go towards something. And it's something that's their calling. I feel like there's also a feeling of karmic reconciliation where somebody needs to balance out the scales with a partnership that didn't work out. It's like somebody didn't end something the right way, or the door didn't close the proper way, so there's a need to revisit this so that karmically things can be balanced. Because you're getting ready for something. There's something coming towards you. I feel like whoever this is, you might be mad at. But they're asking for you, could be dealing with Sagittarius. They're asking you to have compassion. Have compassion when you speak. Have compassion when you speak, is what I'm hearing. I don't know if you found something out about something that somebody did during a break. There could be something that's revealed to you that, like, you took a break from somebody and it's like you both agreed to take this break and it was like mutual terms, and then you find out that they were doing something else during that break. Like, try to have compassion. I know that some of you are going to yell at me in the comments because I said that, but it's like, have compassion from a higher point of view. I just saw 555 on the clock when I said that. Big changes. Have compassion from a higher point of view. Look at this person as if you would look at them from a bird's eye view. Look at the bigger picture here. I know emotions get wrapped up in everything. I know emotions make people feel things and do things that sometimes the logical mind wouldn't necessarily do or respond with. But, you know, you got to really balance that head and heart. Because sometimes attacking somebody or, you know, being upset with somebody, like when I heard humiliation, it's like that, none of that, it's not worth that. Like, you approach something with logic and your heart, not just one or the other, but balanced. Be balanced. That's all I'm hearing is be balanced. So the deck's not quite ready yet, so I'm going to shuffle one more time. Some of you, your own intuition might be playing tricks on you. And I know some people are like, the universe would never play tricks on you. And it's like, yeah, they would. Like, if something's meant to go down a certain way, and if you're meant to learn a certain lesson a certain way, it's going to happen that way. Like, believe me when I say, like, they play tricks on you. It's like little tests. It's like, did you get it? You know? Scorpio. There we go. Up, and just I spoke too soon. Like my deck. Okay. Let's try this again. There's something there could be a rushing of something where it's like you're rushing something. There's a need to slow down. There's a lot of passion coming towards you. We have the 9 of Cups. Wish fulfillment. It's like a reanalysis of like what your wish is. There's the 8 of Swords, so some type of illusionary energy could be holding you back. You could be holding yourself back because of this illusionary energy. Could be dealing with a fire sign because it's like you don't want to see something. And it's like you're reevaluating. I just got so hot. Like, I just got the worst heat flash of my life. I've never had a heat flash like this. Whew. Oh my goodness. Okay. 8 of Swords. I think that you might have a skewed perception on something right now. I hope you guys heard me. A skewed perception. And that's because of that illusionary energy, because it's like you know something's here, but it's like you need to review what it is that you want for a wish. And it's like you're holding yourself back. There's some type of wish here that's trying to come in, But it's like, you're like, I don't know. Like, it's like it's like somebody didn't think that something was going to be like this. And it's like, I see somebody going back to, like, their journal and, like, crossing certain things off and rewording something and then going back outside to the moon and being like, this is what I want. Like, there's some type of, like, reevaluation of, like, someone's wish that they're asking for. We have the King of Cups energy here. So a King of Cups energy could be moving towards you, but there's a need to have patience because I don't feel like this person's ready quite yet to communicate. Or you have a lot of emotion for somebody and you're not communicating. You know that somebody's your wish fulfillment, but you're not communicating. You're holding yourself back from even feeling that wish fulfillment type of energy. Like, it's like you have 9 cups behind you and you're drinking your 10th cup. So that's either you or the person that you're dealing with, where it's like you have a lot of emotion for somebody, but you're holding yourself back. Somebody's just holding themselves back. They're not communicating. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There's a lot of emotion for this Gemini, and my heart actually, like my heart center, my heart chakra is like, dude, it's like aching. I'm like stuttering over my words. This is wild. You have a lot of passion, or the person that you're dealing with has a lot of passion for you, and you see a wish fulfillment with them. If you're a masculine, you see the wish fulfillment, but you're holding yourself back. If you're the feminine, you're dealing with somebody who sees wish fulfillment with you, but they're not communicating. They could be distracting themselves. They're looking at you, but you're not looking at them. You see what I mean? Like, this King of Cups, I don't think this masculine has reached out to this feminine, because the feminine is focused elsewhere towards, I think, the future. And this King of Cups is focused on his 10th cup, where he's like, I don't know what to do. Like, I have a wish fulfillment here. Like, this is, I don't know. Like, there's 2 different energies here. It's like somebody's reevaluating, and then another person's like, this is my wish, but I can't talk. I can't communicate. This person has a lot of emotion. And I feel like it's a masculine. Yeah, 2 of Cups. There's a connection here that somebody's holding themselves back from. Could be between an air sign and a water sign. I feel like this King of Cups masculine energy could actually be a little bit intimidated by the Queen of Swords. But I mean, because this Queen of Swords is very logical. She's very fair, very just. This is a queen that does not take bullshit. Like, they stand up for what they believe in and they go after what they want. And they're not afraid to, like, swing their sword and be like, yeah, F off. You know? And this King of Cups is like, I don't know if I can approach this. I don't know if I can communicate this. They admire, like, I see a lot of admiration. It's like someone sees the connection. They feel the connection. There's so much emotion here. But again, I don't know if this Queen of Swords is aware of it. I don't think this feminine's aware. I really don't. I don't think that they even see it coming. Somebody needs to have patience. Okay. I think this Queen of Swords is the energy that's reevaluating. Like, they're reevaluating what their wish is. They're reevaluating what their connection is. They're reevaluating what they want, like, as a connection. Like, they're going through their like, it's like the Queen of Swords, like, this air energy is reevaluating what they want to commit to, where they're like, what am I willing to commit to? Let me go back to the drawing board here. And because they're doing that, there's someone on the outside, this King of Cups energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, which could be you guys, or girls. Could be a masculine energy. This King of Cups is holding themselves back. They're not revealing anything about this wish fulfillment type of connection. It's like somebody's not coming clean about how they feel. The King of I almost just said the King of Swords could be dealing with Aquarius. The Queen of Swords is not not into waiting. I can say that. They're patient, but they're not patient with bullshit. It's like if they can logically talk their way through something and they're like, oh, you're not communicating because of this, that doesn't make any sense to me, they're gonna give you the boot. Like, we have the Six of Pentacles, so something's equal give and take. Somebody's holding themselves back. They know that there's equal give and take. The time is here. It's like this King of Cups energy has like an internal biological clock that's like ticking, and it's like telling them, it's pushing them, it's like forcing them to reveal, to give this emotion. So this King of Cups is just gonna like burst with emotion. It's like they can't, I just heard I can't take it anymore. Scorpio. What is this? The two of you are very close. Judgment. See, there's totally Judgment. Yeah, there's a contract right on the board. There's Three Pentacles with Judgment. This is a contract. It is a connection. It is a soulmate connection. This is something that is justified. This is something that is, it's like, are you going to choose to nurture this? It's like there's only so much time is what I'm hearing. And I feel like the time is on the Queen of Swords, because it's like this Queen of Swords doesn't really stop. She's air. You see what I'm saying? Like the Queen of Swords goes. They flow. They're not, even though Aquarius is a fixed sign, if you're dealing with an Aquarius, they're gonna go. Like you can't, putting a leash on an Aquarius is like trying to, let's see, it's like basically locking a panther in a bedroom. You see what I'm saying? Like they don't have space to move around, they like to run, they like to go, they like to be free, they come back when they want, it's like Aquarians need to be free, and they don't hesitate to just kind of go. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this King of Cups knows how, it's like you guys know each other. You have to know each other, because this King of Cups knows this Queen of Swords enough to know that he only has a period of time to where he's like, I have to reveal this, because it's almost like, will I ever get this chance ever again? So you or the person you're dealing with looks at the situation as a once in a lifetime type of situation. Somebody wants to build stability, but this person could be a drinker. They could have, I'm not calling this person like an alcoholic, but it's like they have a tendency to drink or do other things to avoid emotions. Like they might not be an alcoholic, but they might like, I don't know, smoke. And instead of, you know, sitting with their feelings, they smoke. Or, you know, when they're starting to feel those feelings, they're like, oh, I gotta have a beer. Like, it's like one of those types of energies where they're not like out of control or anything like that. It's just like they drink, you know, or they will drink, or maybe that person feels like their emotions are that much to where it's like, oh, I need a drink right now. Like, there's something that's being nurtured, and it has been nurtured. Like the seeds have already been planted in this situation. So I don't know why this person's so nervous. Maybe it's just you make them nervous, or vice versa, they make you nervous. But the Wheel of Fortune's here, so the time has come. It's moving. It's here. The wheel's spinning. You know, have patience at this time. Make long-term plans for yourself. Things looking very good. There's going to be decisions that are going to be made that are very fair and just, that go in your direction. Standing up for what you believe in. Review and evaluate a favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. So, Page of Cups, this is like a new love, like a gesture of love, a gesture of creativity, a gesture of play, of innocence. It's somebody reaching out and being like, you know, can we hang out? Believe me when I say this Queen of Swords energy, they pick up on everything. Like micro expressions, body language. This person can read people like no tomorrow. This Queen of Swords, like you can't get anything by this Queen of Swords. Like she will analyze the words that you speak, the feelings that you portray, and micro expressions and energy. Like this Queen of Swords is like very like on top of what goes on. Like you can't get much past her. So what's best advice? Scorpio. The Six of Swords, so move towards something, free yourself. Yeah, you have 2 sixes here. So you have the Six of Wands and the Six of Swords. So this is public recognition. This is moving forward with victory. You're releasing yourself of some type of, you're moving away from this Eight of Swords type of energy. You're getting yourself up and you're like, okay, my ships are here. I'm moving forward. And it's being recognized. You're moving forward with success. You have a lot of support around you. This is all about movement. Yeah, Page of Wands. So this is approaching something with a very innocent, playful, fresh, observing type of energy. Just being ready. It's like you're ready to deliver a message, or they're ready to deliver a message to you. There's communication that's there. It's written down. And it's like, okay, is it time yet? But something's moving forward very quickly. But there's some type of review and evaluation that somebody needs to do. Someone's changing their perspective on something. I feel like it's the Queen of Swords. I feel like this is a double reading. I feel like the Queen of Swords energy is mixed into this. And I feel like this Queen of Swords is reviewing and evaluating a situation and choosing to move forward because there's something else on her path. And it's like all of a sudden, boom, here's this King of Cups. Yeah. Hang in there, guys. I love you all so much. Thank you all for your support. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Again, I am open for personal readings. If anybody's interested, please email me. I wish you guys the best. I hope everybody had a good holiday, and I will talk to you soon. Love you guys. Bye.